What is Muv Luv Extra Grande with Cheese? It's a visual novel where you get to date many girls. You got smart girls, dumb girls, sexy girls, tall girls, short girls, a cat. This cat's nice though. If you've ever watched anime, I'm sure you get the general idea of what's going on here. And yes, you can bang your teacher. The biggest downside to this game is that you gotta play as a dipshit. In this game, you play as Takeru. You see, Takiro is a dipshit because he beats up his wife. Yeah, I get it. It's supposed to be cute because it means they're really comfortable around each other and they could do whatever the heck they want and still love each other. And yeah, haha, anime funny, beating up your friends equals comedy, right? But I don't know, man. Domestic abuse just ain't, my cup of tea when it comes to comedy. Maybe it's a culture thing. I don't know. Anyways, apart from Takiro, all the characters are really likable. Yeah, if you want to be broad and stuff, they do fit into, certain stereotypes. But there's definitely a lot of depth in every character if you want to look for it. It's like, yeah, you look at this picture and you're like, oh gosh, I wonder which one's the smart one, which one's the sweet one. But Muv Luv Extra Grande with Cheese isn't about blowing your mind away by destroying your expectations. Rather, I think this game wins you over by executing what it sets out to do extremely well. Something that's always hard for me to buy is why would these characters fall in love with the main character? And while at first some characters do seem to just randomly fall in love with the main character, that's never actually the case. Every route in this game is a believable love story that by the end, even if Takeru isn't the best protagonist, you're really cheering for him to do what he needs to and get the girl. And surprisingly, even though Takeru is very dislikable most of the time, he himself finally finds out that he is in love with a girl. He can actually be an extremely sweet and wholesome guy. Takeru is the definition of a character that's there when you need him the most. Not my favorite type of character. I appreciate consistency more, but he's not the worst either, to be honest. And he definitely has great moments. The best time I had with this visual novel was at the ending of each route. There's usually a big climactic scene, and if there's something the writers of Muv Luv can do right is a climactic scene. This visual novel definitely has downtime. There's an entire section about lacrosse, a sport. Honestly, it's just really hard to convey action scenes with the limited budget of this visual novel. And someone like me who is a visual learner, I had no idea what the hell was going on in this sport most of the time. And yeah, they had an entire section where they explained the rules and all that stuff, but I just couldn't care any less. What I'm trying to get at is that this visual novel is very lengthy, and yeah, not everything is going to keep you super engaged, and sometimes how strict the routes can be a little bit annoying for somebody trying to play the game blind. What, you came up with a backup plan? Well, there goes the entire route. You picked every answer correct for up until today, just because you try to be a team player. I guess Shizuru is just going to forget everything you guys went through up until here. It's like nothing mattered before then. So I do recommend having a guide on hand if you want a specific route. Quick save and quick loads are super easy to access, so it's not as bad as I make it sound, but if you're trying to go for 100% vanilla, just no guide or anything played through, it can be a little bit annoying. Anyway, so what's your reward for completing a route? Well, you get a sex scene, of course. Unless you're playing the all ages version, then yeah, I guess you get wholesome moments. Cool, awesome. I find these sex scenes absolutely hilarious. There is a scene in this game where you're chasing a girl who's running away from you on the roof of this building. She's running away because she doesn't want to accept her feelings for you, but you talk things down and it all works out. But at the end of every route, there's always the sex scene, right? You could be in a classroom, you could be in an archery room, anything, and it just happens, right? But it's kind of over the top to do it on a roof, right? And this is one of the main routes, so it'd be even more weird in my opinion. So what happens is you break through the roof. So you break through the roof where you're standing and into the inside of the building. You land on a perfectly placed bed, which apparently your maid who was fighting off an army set up just for you. And the sex scene happens there. I don't know why, this was hilarious to me. Personally love these scenes, but they're 100% fan service. However, that is not the main reason why you want to finish these routes. What I was trying to get at earlier is that even though this game has a lot of ups and downs, when it gets serious and it gets to the climax of every arc, the writing gets really good and you get really nice and emotional moments with the girl you picked. In my opinion, every girl really stands out. They all get fleshed out, have great moments, and at the end, everything is delivered with a positive message. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that Muv Luv Extra Grande with Cheese is the greatest work of fiction ever. If you're looking to immerse yourself in a world full of cute girls, great stories, full of wholesome moments and inspiring quotes, Muv Luv Extra will always be a solid choice. Well, at least until you get the Unlimited Blade Work sequel. Did I forget to mention this is the first game of a trilogy? I just started the second one, the Unlimited one, and there's an alien invasion and we're in the apocalypse? Anyway, so I'll probably make a video on that one next, so like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.
That is bullshit blazing, so my heart is blazing. If I lose my wings, I don't need a new one.